My name is Rodrigo Arboleda, and I'm the chairman and CEO of One Laptop Per Child. We started in Colombia, my country of origin, by putting together the first education at a distance project. At that time, laptops were about $1,000 an app. What we decided at the time is, in order for us to break the ice, we need to be about 1/10 of the price. Now that the philosophy of one-to-one has been demonstrated and it is broadly accepted as a valid philosophy, it was not that easy to do it before. Nobody had measured until now things that come embedded with this type of laptops, which is inventiveness, exploration, attitude, self-esteem. And that's the way a child in New York can learn in the same manner than a child in Mali. If you can really embed in that child the passion for experimenting and for creating.
My name is Laura Tennant, and I'm the principal of Holmes Elementary. We are the first school in Miami to house one laptop per child. The percentage of students that have access to laptops at Holmes is about 90%. You know, personally, I have a 5-year-old child. You know, my 5-year-old can take an iPhone, knows exactly what to do with it and so forth. And so it's just a magnificent tool that I've seen the children here just totally, they grasp, they latch onto it like never before. And it's just so funny because you'll go on a field trip with students and so forth, and now they'll ask really weird questions like, I wonder how the road was developed and so forth. This is the age that we live in. This is the age that we're working in. I'm actually not surprised at all, and I just really feel like this has been something natural for teachers, you know, the next step.
Hypothesis, very good. Does anybody know what a hypothesis is? It's a beautiful vocabulary, but who can tell me what it means? What else do you think about when I say science?
Study of life.
Ecosystems, very good. Guys, repeat after me, please. Science is the study of everything. So if you guys think about everything.
Unfortunately, these communities are the ones that are usually lacking because they don't have the access to the technology. They don't have the access to as many libraries, museums, field trips, real life experiences. So this helps to bridge that gap. What they can't go out and get, at least they have available at home a computer where they can do the research and bring it into the home. I've been at Holmes Elementary 2 years. I'm Mark Gauthier, I'm the science coach over here. We try to teach them as much as we can during class, but once they actually have time to do it on their own, it's usually 10-15 minute rotation before they have to make time for the next student. When they do have an opportunity to do free research, it's usually topics and ideas that they've heard about but haven't had the opportunity to really find out more about. How do human beings affect the ecosystem at the Everglades? We talk about life cycles, we talk about food chains, but we don't usually take it to modern, real life concepts, honestly, because of the shortage of time. With the direction that education's going in, where we have these benchmarks and objectives that we have to cover, it leaves us less leeway to go into those personal interests that kids might have.
That's a big word. What do I mean when I say simulation? Simulation, guys, is when they have people try out things before they actually do it. Going back to our astronauts. Instead of just throwing an astronaut in the space shuttle and hoping that he can survive when the space shuttle takes off, they'll put him in a simulator, spin him around and around and see how much pressure that they can take.
You can put a print book in front of the child, and depending on the background, how much reading at home, you'll get different responses. Some kids are interested, other kids, it's another book. The beautiful thing about the EXO laptops is the fact that they're looking at a visual, they're following highlighted words as they're going through the story, the interest level is already higher. The teachers that are receiving them in middle school can already see the differences.
Well, this was the thinking process when we decided what the user interface would look like. And the idea that we came with was, what do you want to do and what do you want to be when you grow up? This is intended for a mother, for example, a single mother with 3 children that she works until 6 p.m. at night and the children get out of school at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. She goes to a Walmart store and says, what do I buy to my children so they can have a productive time while I am still working? How do I make sure that my children are going to have the correct type of tool? What we are trying to do is, how to reach to children that otherwise will never be able to have access to knowledge. We have 220,000 laptops in Rwanda, and now we are going to 1 million. That's the next step in Rwanda. And you cannot imagine the transformation of that country in the past 5 years. That's the real issue. Have we transformed a society? Is this a transformational project or not? We are not interested in incrementalism. We are interested in scaling up and changing things. Because what we are doing here is teaching the child how to become an effective member of society and one that will produce wealth for the 21st century, which is very different to producing wealth for the 20th century. Wealth in the 21st century has a name, and it is called intellectual property. If you can create patents, if you can create ideas, you will create hundreds and hundreds of Facebook, Googles, or any of these other companies like Microsoft or Intel or whatever. That's the idea for the 21st century. What used to be a privilege 10 years ago or 5 years ago, today is a right.